Hello to all good people of the world. Paul Whittakin returning to you today with the universal law of numbers, also known as the periodic table of mathematics. And just a short video, I just want to highlight another aspect of the 369 code. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to point out that if we multiply these numbers together and these numbers together, and these numbers together, and these, and these, and these, that we will receive the 248751 code. Shouldn't be any big surprise. Of course, if I did it with the nines too, they would just turn into nines, because whenever you multiply any number by a 9, then it will subsequently reduce to a 9. But this is sort of just something that's very basic, that's inside of the code, and it just highlights that we have a perfectly symmetrical object. So what I'm doing today is, this is just a short exercise, and what I have done, previously I did something that was somewhat along these lines. I multiplied these lines by each other, and I went through the whole thing, and it demonstrated how it maintains perfect symmetry. This time what I did was I took the lines going down and I multiplied them across, going against every line going down. So for instance, I start by taking the 1, 1, 1, or the ones line. These are the 1 numbers, and I multiply them by themselves, and I get this line right there, and that's how it all starts off. Then I multiply the ones line by this line, row going down, this row going down, this row going down, this row going down, etc. Of course, whenever I multiply any of these lines by the 9 line, that will reduce to a 9, so I'm not going to be redundant about that. But what we see is, of course, if we multiply it by the ones, we are going to get the same exact structure back that appears in the original universal law of numbers code. However, if we start to do it with the next lines, something else a little bit different happens. The sequences are all the same in the sense that we will get all of the same numbers in the rows going down. For instance, here's the 714 line, and that comes from right there. But what happens is each of the lines going down will repeat, they will come back, and they will reappear. For instance, here's the 714 line, this one. Here's the 999, which is the 3 6s and 9s. Here's the 181818 line from up here. The 111 line, which is this one. 784215 is this one right here. 417417 is this one right here. And 487512 is this one, 487512, which, as you know, is the 248751. But in order to scramble them back into their original initial positions, then we also use the code, and the code basically tells us how to do it. For instance, here's the 111 line, and we'll find it here in this position. I'm calling this position 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So the 111 line comes in position 4. The next line in the series, 487512, that comes over to this position, and I'm going to call that position 9. And we'll just do one more. The 714714 will be the first line, so that's what that one is. So we get the sequence there too, because we get 4, 1, 7. We also get 9, 6, 3, and that's what I'm pointing out. So once again, multiplying the codes by the codes, or the periodic table by the periodic table, it will always result in the codes coming back. But there's some deeper knowledge here for sure, because the order of this is going to change, but it will always be the 369 code, and that's the point. So if we do it with the 487, that's the sequence that we get. If we go to the 9 line, well, of course, we're going to get all 9s. And that follows the 369 code as well, because 999999999 is also the 369 code. And if we go to the next one, which would be 714, and that's why I have it in a different color, we're going to get the sequence in this manner. And I hope you can see that okay. Now, the thing about it is, when I get to the 9 lines, it can either be 3, 6, or 9, because the 3 number is always reduced to a 9, the 6 number is always reduced to a 9, and the 9 number is also always reduced to a 9. So once again, just to kind of show you, so we look for the 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1 line, and we find that in position 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's where this 4 comes from. If we look for the 4, 8, 7, 5, 1, 2 line, that appears in position number 2. So what we get is 4, 2, then the 3, 6, 9, 7, 5, then the 3, 6, or 9, and 1, 8, and the 3, 6, or 9, which gives us back the codes 4, 7, 1, 2, 5, 8. And if we go to the next line going down in the sequence, which is the 7, 8, 4, 2, 1, 5 line, the same thing recurs over again, but in order to scramble the numbers back into their initial positions in the periodic table of mathematics, we must follow the code 74196 and of course the 3, 6, or 9. You could call it 3, 6, or 9 because once again the 3, 6, or 9 numbers, when you multiply them and reduce them, take it squared to the 3rd power, to the 4th power, to the infinite power, they will always reduce to a 9. And I'll just take it to the next line. We're going to skip this one because we know it's going to reduce to 9s, because anytime you multiply a number by 9, any number, it will reduce to a 9. So now we're at the 417. 417, 417 in the series, which is the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7th line going across, 7th row going down. And in order to scramble these numbers back into their original positions in the periodic table of mathematics, we must go to get the 1, 1, 1 line, we must go to position 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And we get the 1, 1, 1 line. And to get the 4, 8, 7, 5, 1, 2 line, we must go to position number 2, and that's how we come up, and it results in that. So we get 7, 2, 1, 5, 4, 8. And these are the codes 7, 1, 4, and the codes 2, 5, 8, and the codes, of course, 3, 6, 9, depending on what order you want to put them in, but that's just what they are. And then we'll take it to the 181, 18818 line. And in order to get the 111 line, we go to, it reverts back to position number 1. And in order to get the 487512 line, that's now found in position number 9. And that's how I get 1 and 9. And then 3, 6, and 9, of course. 7 and 6, 3, 6, and 9, of course. 4, 3, 3, 6, and 9, of course. But if we want to look at it like this too, 1 and 9 is a 1, 7 and 6 is 13 is a 4, 4 and 3 is 7, which is a 7, and that's the 174 code too. And we'll just quickly look at that in the others. 7 and 2 is a 9, 1 and 5 is a 6, and 4 and 8 is a 3. 7 and 9 is a 7, 4 and 6 is a 1, 1 and 3 is a 4. That's the 714471 code. If we want to do it with this, we get 639. That's the 369 code. Obviously, with the 9s, it's always going to be a 9. 4 and 9 is a 4. 1 and 6 is a 7. 7 and 3 is a 1. That's 417, 714, 741 code. And when we start off with it, we get multiplying by the 1s, we get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and that is also the 369 code. So I'm going to leave you with that today. That's enough. You know where I'm coming from. You know what universe we all live in. You know what university I belong to. It's the only one that would ever let me study at their prestigious facility, but I'm very honored to be, a student at the University of the Universe, and I'm checking out for today. Peace and happiness to the world, and I'll see you again soon.